What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at some products that Razer have sent over to me in their Gamer Room lineup. So thanks for sending those over. I can't wait to talk about them because I've been using them for a while now. I finally got around to making this video because I've had some teething issues with getting it working right, but now I feel like I've got it working, and yeah, I want to talk about it. So there's three items in particular that I have been sent over, and that is the Razer Aether monitor light bar. Now this is a light bar that goes on the top of your monitor, if the name didn't make it obvious, and it has a dual lighting system. So on the front it has like a white light which shines down onto your desk, which can be changed in the temperature, so you can make it cool, you can make it warm, you can change the brightness, and on the back we have the RGBs. So this affects how it works in certain games, or you can customize it yourself to have it a certain color or have a certain method of lighting like breathing or rainbow. So all these devices all have these different customizations. So after that we have the Razer Aether Lamp Pro. Now this is a table lamp which also has all the features we just talked about, and it's highly customizable, and it's up in front in your face. You can have two of these working together to have like the ultimate sort of surround lighting system on your desk. And last but not least we have the Aether standing light bars. So these can be used in a different manner of ways. You can point them towards you to get the super bright light, or you can face them towards a white wall or a light looking wall, and it will reflect off your wall and give the sense of the room being filled with colored lights. So this has RGB as well, and all these work together in the gaming room setup with the Synapse and the Chroma app to give you this immersive experience. So the main selling point of these devices, I think, is its integration in games using the sensor and the Chroma app. So using the Chroma app you can set this to any different customization you want. You can set it to static colors, you can set it to breathing where it just breathes between multiple colors, you can set it to be like a fire. There's loads of different things that are built into it, and you can customize them in the studio yourself. But one of the main features I like is how it's integrated in the compatible games. So there's a huge list on the website of games that this works with, and they all have like developer input on how they work in the game. So for example, if you're playing a game like Silent Hill 2, when you are hit by the enemy they will all flash red, and when you heal yourself it will all turn green. It's just a nice little indicator like in your whole room. So the more lights you have, the more products you have in this lineup. Like you're gonna have like a room filled with lights, and it works in multiple other games like this. So the Battlefield Red Sec mode, which I just downloaded, I don't have the main game, but I thought I'd try and test out this Battle Royale mode with it, and I turned all the lights off besides the gaming room stuff, and the room was just filling with light, and it was moving and pulsating even in like the menu. So it was really immersive. When you were throwing grenades it was making explosions and going like orange, I think. I'll have to like load it up again and test it, but I'm sure that the colors were changing when you were like shooting your weapon and throwing grenades at people. I know in games like Diablo 4, when I tested that out a while ago, like when you level up it all goes yellow, I believe. So these integrations are in a lot of games on the website, which you can find from the list. But there's also, what I realized is there are a lot of games that this device supports that aren't actually on the list. So on the website it says Mortal Kombat 11 is supported, but when I booted up Mortal Kombat 1, which is the newer title, which isn't on the website, I was pleasantly surprised to see it was working. So the game has a sort of orange and blue hue to its logo and its cover art, and in the game menus when I first booted up the game it was literally showing that on my table lamp, and the other lights it was showing half and half, like half blue and half orange. I thought it was a really nice touch, especially if you like to be like themed in a game. So if you're playing a game which is horror based and you want that theme to show through on your setup, I think the integrations in that way are really awesome. And it's really cool when you do see it, like when you are shooting guns and it's lighting up orange or red or black or whatever. Different integrations with the vibrations and the sound just really gets you into that extra level of immersion. So there can be a few issues when setting these up, I've found, especially when connecting them to the Wi-Fi. They are 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi devices, so you're gonna have to make sure you're using a 2.4 mode in your router, or if it's auto you should be fine, but you have to swap to that to then add them. And I found that you have to add them to the Gamer Room app first, and once you've added them to that mode by adding them to your network, you can then find them in the Synapse software, and then it's easy to add them. But there are a few issues where they have disconnected or they've just stopped working for me, and I've had to reconnect them or lose them from the pairing and repair them. And with a lot of these devices being quite analog, there's no screen or there's no option in the actual software to be able to factory reset them or unpair them. You have to do it by button presses, which I had to Google, and it took me a while to get the table lamps to actually reset and be able to pair again. That's one of the main things that's made it so hard for me to get this video out for you guys, is I've been having trouble trying to figure out just how to like disconnect them and connect them and not showing up. But this is like some of the negative side of things, but I feel like when you do get them working, it is pretty awesome. And not only is the Chroma awesome, if you pair this with the sensor gear as well. So I have the Clio here and then the Freya cushion behind me. So when you have a game that supports all of this together, which a lot of the games that are supported they do support both, which is great. So games like Marvel Rivals, where you're having all these lights and sounds going on at the same time. You have the surround sound from the cushion, you have the Freya vibrating when you do your special moves and the lights. It's just like this ultimate like immersive experience that you don't really get anywhere else. I feel like the Razer Gamer Room does really work well in that way. One of the other good features about it is how it can be compatible with other devices that aren't Razer. So I have a lot of govee lights. If you can see behind me, this is what's lighting up right now. I have the govee table lamp, I have the two standing lamps behind me, and the desk light. So I've actually added them into a Razer Gamer Room sort of mode on my software, so I can actually add these in and use them in the same way. So when I'm playing Battlefield or Silent Hill, it will pick up my non-Razer products here and integrate them in as well with the ecosystem. So you can add a lot to the ecosystem that isn't Razer. So if you have a lot of smart devices laying around that are compatible, it's an instant win for you, because you're getting even more out of picking these up. I've read a lot of the teething issues are to do with Synapse 4 itself. I know a lot of people say that Synapse 3 was like working really well, and since they moved over to 4, they had some issues with it. It has had its issues, but I think if you do get it figured out, it is worthwhile checking it out. I just wish there was some more support. I wish more of these AAA games that were coming out, or even some of these indie games coming out, were supporting it fully and really like deep diving into what they can do with it, especially with the integration with the sensor as well. They could really have some awesome like effects. So let's say if you experience like an extreme rumble and you see the lights flicker to that rumble as well, I think that would be really cool. There are a few products in the lineup which I don't have, which I would love to check out, but they have bulbs as well. So the only things that don't work from the govee lineup with this is the bulbs. So I have 3 bulbs above me, and the Razer does have its own set of like Chroma bulbs. I think if I tested them out and they worked really well, I think they would be like an awesome replacement. They have light strip bars that you can put on your monitor, and I think that would add like an extra bit of immersion to it as well. So you can really go all out with this, or you can go really minimal. You can just have the one device. So it's really up to you, and with the way it can be integrated as well. I suppose you could even just get like any product that you've already got in your lineup. If it works, you can set it up, and if you're always using like Razer Synapse for a mouse or a keyboard, you can probably add your light in and it'll work just fine. Most of the devices are powered by USB. I think the Table Lamp Pro is a plug, so that one does have to be plugged in at the mains, but I think the other devices, the monitor lamp and the standing light bars, are USB-C. You do have to have quite a powerful supply to have them work to its full extent, and honestly I don't know why mine doesn't work. I think I've got it plugged into like 120 watt Anker power plug, and it still tells me I don't have enough power to up the brightness on the standing light bar to 100%. I'm not sure what that is, if that's an issue, or maybe it's just the plug is too powerful. Maybe I need like a lower end plug. They do get plenty bright. I just feel like the standing light bars don't get that bright compared to the other devices, and I think that is a power issue. So not only does it work with the gamer lights, it works with your whole setup. So if you have a Razer keyboard and mouse, or if you have like the mouse pads with the RGBs, it's all going to work together. So I feel like the more products you have in like the ecosystem that all are working at the same time, you're gonna have like a really good experience. If you like RGB, I mean, if you're not into RGB and you're not into flashy lights, you're probably not going to be watching this video anyway. So if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for the more immersive, the lighting setup and the sensor, and how to be more immersed in your games, and yeah, I think the Razer Synapse and Chroma setup is worthwhile checking out. They are quite pricey, especially compared to some other products on the market, but I think the way that it works with the Chroma and the game integration is what sets it apart. But like I said, you can do that with other products that aren't Razer anyway. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Have you tried this? Have you had issues that you've figured out any solutions to that people might find useful in the comments? Do let me know. And yeah, have you tried the bulbs or the light strips? Let me know if you've tried them out and you think they're worthwhile picking up, and whether I should try them in my setup as well. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.